Okay, now that I've pulled the wool off your eyes about animals, you're ready to get one and establish the proper dominant relationship. It's important to select the right animal. Different lifestyles call for different pets to master. If you're away from your home a lot, you may want to boss around a cat. If you don't like to exercise, consider lording over an iguana or maybe a weak-willed parakeet. But if you do have time to dedicate, there is no beast more satisfying to dominate than the dog. And once you've selected a pet and named it, it's time to bend the animal to your will. I've done this with my dog Gipper by teaching him a few authoritative commands, such as sit. When I order Gipper to sit, I'm letting him know that I am his superior. Of course, Gipper has a bad back, so after I ask him to sit, I massage his hindquarters while I ease him onto a pillow. Just like humans, dogs determine what type of person you are by the firmness of your handshake. If you have a strong grip, they'll respect you. If you have a weak grip, they'll turn your neck into a chew toy. So be sure to give your dog's paw a hearty squeeze and never break eye contact. Of course, my dog Gipper doesn't like to be touched, so when I ask him to shake, I bow to him Japanese style while averting my gaze. Side note, I went to the zoo once. Not impressed. The animals were lazy. If I want to see a monkey sleeping, I'll tranquilize one. I mean, if I went to a play and all the actors were asleep, I'd get a refund. But what do you expect from today's modern zoos? Now every animal has its own habitat. Bear country, tiger mountain, hedgehog hotel, baboon condo. It's all so safe and sterile. How are my kids supposed to learn anything about nature if the animals aren't savaging one another? I say we put all the animals into one big enclosure and let them battle it out. After all, it's a dog-eat-dog world. So let's have some dogs eating each other. Now my dog Gipper, though, he has a very sensitive stomach. I just boil chicken breast and chop it into some basmati rice. And now, someone else who agrees with what I think. Cow number L73NR. A cow.
I'd like to thank Stephen for the opportunity to put my 2 cents in here. To be honest, I was hesitant to commit my thoughts to this audiobook. The last thing I want to do is perpetuate the illusion that I actually have thoughts. Dinner doesn't think, and you shouldn't think about your dinner. Hey, want to hear a funny joke? Cattle prods. Guess you had to be there. It's just that I don't understand why, after offering me the opportunity to be processed into sirloin, Farmer Joe thinks he needs to twist my hoof. I'm in. What's that, honey? In a minute, Mommy's recording something for an audio book. That's right. B-O-O-K. Book. Good girl. Now run along and tell your sister it's time for bed. Calves. You know, Mahatma Gandhi once said, the cow is a poem of compassion. But you know what I say? The cow's a rack of short ribs. Speaking of Gandhi, it's at times like these, approaching the mechanical separators, that I'm glad I'm a Hindu. Because I know I've lived a good life and will come back again and again until I escape the wheel of samsara. When I next return, I hope I'm a human. First thing I'm going to do is have a steak. I'm dying to know what all the fuss is about. You people sure seem eager to get it off my bones. Well, I should sign off before I get to the captive bolt stunner. Enjoy me.